Good afternoon. This morning I just been thinking and just trying to think of something that I can do with the coming year. This year was a very horrible year for me, and I'm just praying that next year, even though I know these people gonna still be doing the evil that they do, but they think that I could be able to do for myself to bring joy into my life. And making the videos where I read scripture, that do help me. That makes me feel better. But I want to do something that really I have a passion for, and that is creating soap, homemade soap. When I used to make it, I started making it some years ago, just for the joy of it. Because I when I was in maybe in my 20s or 30s, probably my 20s, this lady that stood a block down from me, she made it outside in one of those big black pots. And I wanted to learn how to make it. And so I asked her, could she teach me how to make it? She told me she would, but she never did. She never did. And so I started, I don't know how I came across it. I came across somebody making soap online. And so I just started looking at it online. That's how, and I just kept looking at different people make it online. And then I started studying on the oils and the butters. And different oils create different things within the soap. So what I did, I made a list of the oils and what they do. And the butters, they're always good for the skin. Cocoa butter, shea butter, mango butter, and cucumber butter. Those are the four soaps I normally use in my soaps. But there are other butters too. There are other butters that you can also make in your soaps. You cannot put all those. You don't have to put all those in your soap. I do. But there's other butters that you can also um, use, like in your body butters, because I make body butters too. I haven't experimented with lotion yet, but that's something that it's been on my mind for many years to do the lotions and liquid soaps. And I had started trying to do the liquid soaps, but I had it in plastic, and it ate through the plastic. So you can't just use plastic because especially when you're using essential oils. Essential oils will eat through plastic. And at the time I didn't know until it had done started. I could see it on running on the floor. So I put that to a halt. But I'm gonna pick it back up. I just want to be able to create things that can last for years, because we don't know if we don't want to be around here stinking. Then we may have to, because we don't know what they're gonna put in the waters. And we don't know what, they something they call forever chemical. They was talking about putting it in the waters. And so why would they put this stuff in the water? Why would they stop? Why would they do anything that they're doing, like buying up the farmland and buying up the seeds and putting all the food where the food can't go in the grocery store, but putting it out on the ship in containers? Why would they do that? But ideas. Well, let me stick on the car. I'll be going from place to place. So there's something I said I wanted to. I did. I actually started back buying the things I needed. I brought all my butters that I needed. So I brought 4 different types of butters, and I got most of my soft soaps. I mean oils, my soft oils, With my soft oils, I use this apricot oil, mango oil, palm oil, coconut oil, grapeseed oil, castor oil. Not the stinking castor oil, but it's a castor oil. Each oil do something different. Um, Let me see. That all the oils? Okay, let's see. Mango oil, avocado oil. No, not mango oil. I use mango butter. Apricot oil. Apricot, avocado, um, grapeseed, olive oil, um, castor oil, and palm oil. So that's 6 oils right there. There's 6 soft oils that I use. But you don't have to use those 6. You can use other oils, but make sure you get an oil that give you bubbles, that give you suds, that give you hardness. Palm oil helps give you hardness, and coconut. And coconut oil help give you your suds and your bubbles. So that you need that. Um, some people are allergic to coconut oil, so I don't use no type of nut oil in my coconut, but that's not really a nut. Um, I don't use like almond oil or nothing like that in any of my products. Um, Trying to think. Then you have to use lye. And people are, you make lye soap? You buy lye soap. Any soap that you buy at the store is lye soap. You can't even make soap without lye. So all soap is lye soap. Just the soap in the store, they put detergents in it to make it. Really, they don't have to put detergents in it. What they do to make it suds, give you a lot of lather and stuff like that. But just plain old natural soap can give you your suds and your lathers and stuff like that. All depends on what the oils that you put in it. Um, okay, I use this. You have to use distilled water. Um, there's a measurement. It's like a science that you have to do. The amount of water, depending on the amount of soap that you want to make, and the amount of oils and butters, they calculate. You have to calculate your soaps and your butters. There's the calculations that you can go to. The different people use different ones. I use Grandma Berry calculation, and then there's another soap. You could just Google soap calculations and find the one that you like the best. Um, Trying to think what all I put in. Okay, I use oat flour. I use powdered milk. Um, I use silk. Silk is to help you keep from fall. You know, silk help give you that, keep it from getting that those mushy feel, and it give you a smooth feel to your soaps. So I use silk. This is when I'm putting it together. I use powdered milk. I use oak, silk. It all depends on if I'm going to use designs in it or not. Sometimes I may just go ahead and put the coloring. If it's going to be just a solid color, I'll go ahead and put the coloring in it from the beginning. If not, then I do that at the end if I'm going to make designs, because I'm using different colors. And I put that in the oils before I put my lye in there. You can use like buttermilk. You can use Just plain cow milk. You can use coconut milk. Um, they help with the texture too, and help give you um, a certain feel to your soaps. See what else. This is when I put in there before I put the lye in there. And you should put your lye in the water, not the water in the lye, because if you put the water in the lye, it's gonna foam over and come out. You're gonna have like a volcano. Um, Trying to think, 'cause it's been 2 years since I made any soap. Even still, though I'm still washing with it, cause when I made a lot. You know, I always. She want to go outside. Let me let them outside. Okay. So that's what I put in my soap before I even put the lye in there. And then after I began to stir it and start getting thick, I do my coloring. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. It's been 2 years since I made any soap. You really have to be careful with your scents. I do my coloring first. And I try to use something that's kind of natural. Um, you have Michael's. Uh, Then you can use like vegetables, powdered vegetables, which will give your soap a color. If you want it all completely all natural, which mica, from what my understanding, what micas are is like some type of rock that's made into a powder. It's not like a chemical. Um, so I put my coloring, and I put my um, um, super fat in it. Your super fat is like your vitamin E, vitamin A, um, glycerins. You can't put much in there now because you can put too much super fat in there and then it might mess up your sudsing. Um, um, Honey, more milk. You can put like a liquid milk or powdered milk. Normally, not if it's not milk, you put yogurt. That change the texture of your soap. Will give it a really a smooth, really good feel of your soap. Um, Let me see what else I use. There's some stuff I can't pronounce it. There's some other stuff I puts in there. Sea buck, thing that's really good for the skin. Because when you put the super fat in there, it's not. That's just extra in the soap. Cause once you add the lye into the oils and start stirring it and it start getting thick, see that's your soap. The super fat is extra within the soap that nourishes your skin. That's why a lot of natural handmade soap don't make your skin irritable. Um, um, like some people have rashes that they can't get rid of. They have used my soaps and it went away because a lot of time soaps can irritate your skin and cause you to break out and cause you to have these bad skin problems because it's too dry. They got this detergent. I'm not trying to talk against soap. I'm just telling you the truth. Um, they have these detergents that dry out your skin. Um, there was this one lady. She had a little baby that had I can't even think of what the name of it is, but she couldn't wash her child that often because of the soaps was drying out her skin. So I sent her some of my soap, and she said it was helping her her child's soap, helping her child's skin. But that's all she had to do was start making homemade soap. Cause I'm quite sure she probably could instead of buying that store bought stuff. And I had a lady that I had two ladies that had a problem with their face, skin on their face, and they were saying that they had spots on their face that they couldn't get rid of. And they started using my soap on their skin, and it got rid of it. And this guy, he was saying he was having a problem with itching, really bad itching, and he started using my soap, and he stopped um, itching. So it ain't got to be my soap. It could be your soap. And see, this is why I'm telling you, because what I want to do is once I get everything set up and get everything I need, and I need a new I don't know if I need to say what I need because they might try to stop me from getting it. So I won't say what I need. They might already know what I need, what I don't have, or what I do have. But I got most of my soft oil. I got all of my hard oil, but I need about two or three more soft oils, and I have all of my soft oils, and I have my uh, additives. I, I think I have all my additives that I need. Um, it's just some of the tools. I only have one mold, one large mold, and I think I might need another. Even though I got where I could make a lot of soap with just that one mold, but I might need to get me one more mold. I still have my cutter. Um, there's just a few tools that I need to get. I don't have a camera, so I would have to try to do it on this computer, and I have to figure out how to do that because it takes a while for the soap. Well, I don't have to really show all of it together. Making it, I just show how I make it, and then after it's being molded and fixed, turn to this right shape. Then I can, and after I cut it, or maybe I should like do two different things. Make it where I'm showing you how I make it, and then on another video show how I cut it, and what I do to uh store it and all this type of stuff. That's why I need a camera. I'm not I don't know about that by buying a camera. But anyway, that's something I want to do, and that's a way that it'd be hard for me to make money from it because I don't get out. But this is my passion. I love making soap. I love making soap more than I do body butter. It's just a passion, I just love the way it turns out, and I want to make it and show y'all how to make it. And some of you may already know how to do it, but there's something that you can do, and like go to a flea market, like in the springtime, go to the flea market and sell soap and sell body butters and maybe lotions and different things that you can do to help create money, jobs for yourself. It's things that you can do, and you can create your own business, your own facial oils, your own shampoo. There's so much stuff that you can do to create your own business, and like go to the flea market and have your own labels and products, And then I'm thinking about making my own uh, washing powders. I've done that before. Make my own stuff to make my own washing powder. You can make it in a powder, or you can make it in a liquid. I've never did the liquid, but I have done the powder where you buy your own. You can buy the soaps and cut it up, and then you can take. Let me see what all I did. I had what all did I had? Borax. You can have borax. The super suds, which is a powder. Um, Trying to think, well, because it's been many years, more than 2 years since I made this stuff. I mean, it's been, oh gracious, probably about 7 or 8 years since I made my own washing powders. And the little brown ball thing that make your clothes smell good, put at least two bottles of those in it, and you can make it like a 5 gallon bucket of soap that'll last you a long time. And actually, you can make it 10 gallon, because you can separate it and you can make it into a liquid. If you make it into a liquid, then you can make 10 gallons. But as long as it's a 5, you might just use a 5 gallon in this powder. But I used to make my own washing powders, but I stopped doing that. But you can make your own liquid, like take half and put it in one 5 gallon, and then take the other and put it in another 5 gallon, and then add your water to it and let the water sit. And then you got your you got to stir it and let your liquid washing powders wash your clothes, and it'll last you for many years. It's just so much that we can do, and people are buy it. People will buy it. But you can have your own, and you can, put it in certain types of containers and sell it. That's money that, if you're having a problem with getting a job, and just go to the flea market, even though you might have people to bother you because you're at the flea market, because these gang stalkers, they'll just do whatever. But you got people want this stuff. They really want it, and they'll buy your homemade products. I wish I was able to get me some honeybees, because I would like to have honeybees where I can make my own honey. There's just so much that we can do, that it can help bring us income. And see, I like making growing my own plants. See, I wish I didn't come in this neighborhood, because I could grow my trees and get me a greenhouse. So they got the greenhouses, maybe 300. They do have some 300, which are nice sizes. And you can put your plants inside your greenhouse. And see, right now, because it's so cold in the garage, I don't know what's gonna all live through the winter and what's gonna die. But cause some of the trees still outside, cause it and then some of them in the garage. But it's just as cold in the garage as it is outside. So I don't know. Some of my trees didn't come back last year. This year from last year, like my banana trees, none of my banana trees came back. And none of my berries, well, I can't say that, because I didn't buy them last year. I brought them this year, but they didn't live. I got to really, I'm not gonna give up on growing berries. I may have to just put them in the ground. And I brought kiwis 3 times, and all 3 times they died. So I got to figure out what I'm doing wrong with my kiwis, because I want to grow me some kiwis. This one lady said it might be the temperature down here, but I brought them in the summertime. They didn't even go through the winter. They had them die. And she was telling me about the berries, that I need to make sure that my berries are acidic enough. Because they want really acidic soil. So I did buy some city oil, but I put it on the plant. I think I got some. Uh, what's that I got out there? I think I still got some type of berry, but not like the blackberry, raspberry, and the golden raspberry. I got what is them things out there? Gucci berries. There might be Gucci berries, and I had brought some is it mungo berries or something? They dead. They not dead, but they ain't looking that hot. I got them inside in the house though. So I'm gonna see what's gonna happen this spring if they still be alive. I know if they still be alive this spring, and then I'm gonna put them in some bigger pots and buy the right soil. And I'm gonna buy me some more blackberries because that's what I want to make sure I got some berries. I want some blackberries, I want the raspberries, and I want the golden berries. And that, I when things are die on me, I just throw the dirt away. I might have should have been keeping them because this stuff will come back every year. So long as it got root to it, it may come back. So definitely I got to stop throwing stuff away and just hold on to it and see if it'll uproot something else the next year. Because I had a pear tree and a persimmon tree. I thought they were dead, and I didn't throw the stuff away, and it came back. This past winter, it grew from the root. So if it grew from the root, it might not be what I brought. Because a lot of times when they do the tree, they'll take a tree and put it onto another root. And so what the root is not the same as the tree. So I don't know what I got out there. I'm just praying that something will grow so that we'll have some food and we don't have to depend on stores. We don't have to depend on. I want to get me some chickens and some biddies and get me a chicken coop. And I want to do all this and he got no money. That's the thing. That's what I need to be wanting, some money so I can get something. And you can get raised rabbits. When it's time to kill them, and then you got some meat. That's what some people do. They raise their own rabbits, so you know exactly what is in your rabbit and what you feed in your rabbit. I don't want no hogs. Them things stink too bad. Mm. I like goat meat, but I don't know if I want no goat. A goat eats up everything. We had a goat when we were young. My mama had a goat. Kara got rid of that goat because you couldn't even hang clothes out on the line. They were eating up the clothes. Unless you put the goat in, make sure you got a good pen. See, but I still don't have no husband, so I don't have nobody to help me. My son was murdered. Yeah, see, I don't have nobody. My girls are still here, but they ain't too much help. Ain't no help. Hmm. But this is what's on my mind. I'm trying to think of things that we can do. I like making flower arrangements, and you can buy reasonable flowers and make flower arrangements and sell them for what you want to sell them for. As long as you can make some pretty arrangements, you can do that. That's how I just love creating things, pretty things. And if you got a good imagination, you can um, create things. I had brought me a sewing machine, but it's at my place. I ain't even used it because I had gave my sewing table to one of my daughters, and she left it somewhere, or she was at one of the houses she used to live in. She left it. I could have kept my table. Cause they'll beg me for my stuff and then they won't keep it. They'll just move away and leave it where they left it, where they were living. Instead, cause me, I packs up my crap and take it with me. Cause I don't have it like that where I could just leave stuff somewhere. And it be my money that's put in stuff that they beg me for it and I give it to them and then they just leave it, you know. I could eat nothing. Stuff mean a lot to me because it's not easy. It's not easy for me to get it and see. To them, they got it easy because I gave it to them. But I'm just trying to trying to think of ways that we can make an income, you know, and maybe go to the flea market and sell products. People have chickens and they lay eggs, and we'll need eggs because you can better get them from the grocery store. Uh, know how to make homemade butter. There's things that we can learn how to do. Even though I ain't never made no homemade butter, but I can learn. I made me some jam and jelly and preserve. I people buy that stuff. You learn how to make your own jelly, own jam, and preserve. People will buy it. People will buy homemade. Uh, uh, what is well? If you have bees, they'll buy your honey, um, butter. They way that you can make butter without even having milk because people make vegetarian butter because some people don't want to eat nothing that comes from an animal. And we brought some vegetarian butter and it tasted okay. It was okay. It didn't taste like butter, but it was okay. And they use I don't know how that one made it, but I'm quite sure YouTube got it. You can figure out how to do anything on YouTube. Then you don't think nobody will teach you how to look it up on YouTube, and they got it. Um, you can like get into if you're a person that can travel. Well, we don't travel nowhere. I'm talking to target individuals. Unless you got your own tree, they do sell. If they got trees over in other countries where you can make coffee, get coffee beans. If you got a greenhouse, and sometimes you can make your own. I seen some people make their own greenhouse. This lady, her and her children, they made their own. I mean, they made a nice greenhouse. I done seen two women. They had husbands, but the husband was the one that made the greenhouse. With one woman, she had her husband did help her, but she did the majority of it by herself. And then the other lady, her sons helped her, and they made really nice greenhouse. They got them cow panels and took plastic and rows of plastic and threw across them cow panels and uh, wooded it down all the way around and got doors, and they know how to do all that kind of stuff. I'm not good with measuring, but if it come down to it, I do my best. I can have a one up, one down. As long as I can get that joker up and have it fixed up like I want it, and can grow me some plants where I can have some food. You can grow your own vegetables and sell them at the market. People gonna need this stuff. So we have to learn how to be creative. This is a way that we can go ahead and start buying you some seeds and stuff now. And by the time the spring get here, start if you got your own land, I put my stuff in pots because I don't trust this. I don't even trust the pots, tell you the truth, because this stuff go right through plastic. But this yard here, this is a death trap. We move right into a death trap. Don't have nobody that we help, can get help from. Can't get help from the politicians. You can't get help from the sheriff department. You can't get sheriff from the city cops. You can't get help from nobody. There just ain't nobody. Because I'm when we moved out here, these were black people that come out here to turn the neighborhood against us. This won't now at the first house when we moved out there, I don't know if that dude was Indian. He looked more like he was Indian. And then the second house, that dude was either Cuban or Spanish or something. And out here were black men. Black men and one black woman came out here and turned the neighborhood against us. And then some white people went over there to the white man house. Black people went to the black people. White people went to the white people. But at that second house we went to, when we moved from last year, this man was either Cuban or some type of Spanish person. But he went to the black people, black men that was targeting black women. And then I heard a black woman talking. I thought she was white. He said I'm not no half white. And even if I was, there ain't no reason to torture nobody. Because you is too sorry that you can't make your life worth anything, that you got to destroy somebody else's life. Now let's just say it. I raised 4 children, a single mother, and I ain't had to hurt nobody in order for us to survive. My children is my youngest is in her almost 40s, but she's still in her 30s. The rest of them in their 40s. My son, if he was still alive, he would be in his 40s. I never had to hurt nobody to survive. And we did. We still alive, still surviving. It wasn't easy. And we survived off a little or nothing. You don't have to be a billionaire. You don't have to be a millionaire. See, you got these billionaires, these millionaires think you got to be a billionaire and a millionaire to be worth living. But they the one that don't need to be here, because they the one got the issue with everybody else. But they got the demonic mindset. They just as dangerous as the poor people. They just as they more dangerous than the poor people. I'd rather stay in a neighborhood of poor people than in a billionaire neighborhood, and then they want to kill me. Not thinking I'm worth living. Can't trust my children where they want to sacrifice my kids to the devil and rape my babies. That's what they do. You don't find poor people doing that kind of crap. You don't even find people that's dealing in voodoo doing that kind of crap. They'll kill a chicken nape, but they ain't gonna cut no baby nape. They ain't gonna rape a baby. I'm on something else now. Let me get back off of it. But it's just thinking. I'm just trying to think of something that I can think of that we can do to help make our income. Even men can cook and bake cakes and take it to the flea market and wherever. Sell it out your house. I have done stuff like that. When I lived in the projects, I had plate sales. I got me a pork shoulder, and where I cook my pork shoulder, I cook it in vinegar and hot sauce, and I put that joker on that night. and put it on a low cook, maybe like 200 or maybe 150, and just let it cook low all night long. And if I wake up through the night, I pull that juice off of it and then re-put my vinegar and re-put my hot sauce on it. And just let it finish cooking through the night on real low. And that next morning, that thing be tender. It be good and tender. And that hot sauce and that vinegar be done cooked down in that thing. It be good. That be some good eating. Then you can make you some potato salad. What else will go good with some string beans? Season them real good. Make you maybe some pound cake. You got to have no special, nothing fancy. Just a plain old pound cake and put you some icing on top of it. And have plate sales. Make sure your house is clean, or you ain't got to let them in your house. You can set your stuff on the outside and make sure you got some water to keep your hands washed, and or some gloves where you don't have to touch people's food. That's stuff that you can do, and like every week. We used to do that at the end at our church. This church I used to go to, at the end of every month, we would have a plate sale. 2 days. 2 days. We make $2,000. Within 2 days, how we paid the mortgage for the church. Not the mortgage, but the rent. Because it was somebody else's church. And but they want they building. And 2 days, Friday and Saturday, we had plate sale. And we make $2,000. Start early that morning. And they had a fish, fried chicken. They get them fries and get a fry for the fried chicken and get a fry for the fried fish. And had slaw, potato salad, either fried fish or fried chicken. And, somebody that can fry good. What else we had? String beans and pound cake. And people come and make $2,000 every month, and for 2 days. That's what we did. And I did that at the projects. In the projects, I did that. I did it with the pork shoulder. I had chicken salad. It's been so long ago, I can't remember what all I had. I do know I had the chicken salad and not chicken salad, potato salad, and the pork shoulder. I didn't have no fried chicken. I had the pork shoulder. That's the only meat I had, pork shoulder. And it was good though. People liked it. Because it was just me. I didn't have nobody helping me cook nothing. Just me. But there's things that you can do to help bring you some income in. That these people want to keep us from having a job. And learn how to make some homemade jam and jelly and preservative. One of them, you don't let the fruit. I think it's the preservative. It's either the preservative or the jam that you don't chop the vegetables up real good, and one of them you chop it up more, and then with the jelly you use fruit juice to make jelly. But they things that we can do. They really is things that we can do. Either way, trying to think of things that we can do. I have took, but that'll be hard to do because unless people got pictures, give you pictures of their family members, and you can, like, if you have a scanner and scan the pictures onto your computer and make CDs for people. That's something that you can make money doing. I've done that. I didn't make money doing it, but I did it, and I gave them gave it to people. I would take their pictures like from Facebook when they have a lot of their family pictures on Facebook, and I would take the pictures and put it on this software I had on one of my, I don't have it now, but I had it on one of my computers where I could take those pictures and and put them in that software and make a CD, a DVD rather, a DVD, and I gave them out to people. I put music to it and everything. So there's different things that you can do um, to make money, some type of income, things that people want. People, always going to the flea market. So that's what I've been thinking about, trying to do, looking up some things, and uh, I know how to make soap, homemade soap, and the body butters, and the bath bombs, and they're two different types of bath bombs. One is a bath bomb like it blow up, cause that's what they do. It like kind of uh, it like when you put it in the water, it like blow up. It's kind of like, it's not blow up, but it come apart. Then there's another one that's made just by butters that you put on, like if you take a shower, you rub it on your skin and moisturize your skin, and then you can rinse some of it off so that you won't be so oily. But you smell good. It had you smelling good. So that's one is bath bomb, like a bomb that blow up, and one is bath bomb like a B BALM bomb. I think I spelled it right. So I just want to figure out how to do things creatively, and make videos, and well, anybody that want to uh, do it, they can do it. Mm. People buy it too, because my daughter had started selling. She came to me, and because I wasn't doing nothing with this, just I wasn't trying to sell it. I wasn't selling or nothing, and she offered to sell it for me. But then some people get greedy. Not well. I wasn't really paying her because I wasn't really making money myself. Because everything that I made, I put it back into the business because I had to rebuy the stuff. This stuff, cocoa butter, shea butter, mango butter, cucumber butter is not cheap. It's not cheap, and even the soft oils, they not cheap, and all the other stuff that I had to do colors. You want your soap to have colors to them. You got to have your scents. All that stuff costs me money, and so, and which I told her from the get go, you got to make money and get it established before you can actually begin to save. And then some of my soaps, I will put extra stuff in it, so when you rub in your skin, you got something in there that's kind of helping scrape your skin, like not nothing hard that's hard to your skin, but it melts along with the soap, but it's still adding nourishment to your skin. So it take me a lot of money, hundreds of dollars, that I've been putting into this business. Well, not really a business, but buying this product so that I can, next year I can do something. I'm hoping anyway. I don't know how I'm gonna get it. If I try to sell it, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, because I sure can't. You know, I don't go to the flea market, nothing like that. So I don't know how I would do it. And so you can't sell nothing online because you got to have your numbers and all that kind of stuff. So I just want to get my joy back, and I do enjoy making homemade soap. I love making homemade soap. I just love it. And seeing how it turned out, it makes me happy. But I'm going to make me some lotions. I want to learn how to do, well, I know how to make a shampoo bar. Just so you make that pretty much like you do uh, your regular soap. You just don't put the super fat and all that extra stuff in there. Unless you just put vitamin E, vitamin A, something that's going to help your hair. But it's a bar of soap that you can use to wash your hair with. And it really makes your hair soft too. Because I use my bath soap that I make for my bath. I use that on my hair. And tell you the truth, it probably make your hair feel better than shampoo do. Because shampoo don't do much strip your hair. So I just want to make this video. Lake Waccamaw. Who in the world calling me from Lake Waccamaw? I have people calling here from everywhere. Don't know nobody. I don't know nobody from Lake Waccamaw. I don't know nobody from California. I don't know nobody from Missouri. See, they don't know nothing. They just call and hang up. Because they don't know me. I don't know them. Just want to be somebody to be awesome. But anyway, I'm in here. And if there's anything that you can think that we can be creative with, you can say something and I can look it up and see if I can learn how to make it. And I'll do a video. There's just so much stuff that we can do and be creative. I thought about making jewelry. You can make jewelry and sell the jewelry. There's just so much that we might can do to bring an income in. Especially if you're still getting out. See, they make it where it's hard for me to get out. Because they just torture me. They just torture me. It's just like I'm going to fix you for leaving the house. They just had all them cars piled up and all them got on them lights. And they just torture me that night. Every time I go somewhere and come back, I have to suffer at night. It really makes me suffer. Just like when I went to my son's grave, same thing happened. People, they just so heartless. But anyway, I don't even want to talk about that. I'm trying to figure out ways we can make some income. And we can do better with our life. So, I'm going to hang up now. We can make pies, cookies. They just different things that can be done. Different things. Okay then, well, t-shirts. Buy t-shirts and then put pictures or put stuff on it. They something we're going to have to be able to do to help ourselves because there's nobody else. Even we thought about writing to the politicians and some of them politicians. They know what's going on. They don't even care. And if they any that really I pretend to care, they probably telling lies. I don't know. I know I done wrote plenty of them and they none of them help yet. Ain't help yet. It's like I come up on a more of an attack when I try to find help. But I'm not gonna let that put fear in me not to keep trying. But I don't know. We just figure out something. I got to figure out something. All right, then I'm gonna close up.